Good morning. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. I am going to be seeing my mom later today. I'm excited. And we are almost done with the M's, which means we are almost halfway through. I did a little retrospective yesterday talking about Myst and how that was part of the inspiration for even starting this series, which started 2 years and 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I guess let's talk about Mysterium. So Mysterium is a game that I got as part of the Complete Your Twin Sails Collection 7 Tabletop Classics bundle from Humble Bundle, and I got that in November of 2022. I have not yet played it. Unlike some of these other board games that have been digitized, I have not played the physical version either, so I don't know what we're getting into here. But let's jump in and try it. Story mode is what it recommended starting off with, so young apprentice, great. Scotland. A cold September night in 1921. The police have just discovered a new body in a small town in Warwick County, the latest in an ever-increasing number of bodies found. Despite the authorities' best efforts, the fear felt throughout the townspeople continued to grow. Bodies kept piling up as the weeks went on. The police weren't getting anywhere. The arrest of a chimney sweep caught red-handed at the scene of the crime made little difference. They would have no memory of the murder. He was charged with the murders and thrown in prison. Town was relieved, thinking the arrest easy. Still, the murders continued. A few weeks later, waitress arrived for stabbing. Likely. Okay. Hang on. Too fast. Okay, we can scroll. I was trying to talk more quickly and it's like, nope. Still, the murders continued. A few weeks later, a waitress was arrested for stabbing a young local journalist with a butcher knife. He barely survived, and the waitress was sent to prison. Like the chimney sweep, she asserted she didn't remember a thing. After meeting with them, the parish priest concluded they had been possessed by evil spirits. It was then that Conrad MacDowell, a distinguished psychic from the region, came to settle in the local manor he had recently inherited. Horrified by the recent events, he decided to conduct his own investigation, convinced that the supernatural was the key to the mystery. Given the complexity of the case, he called on his fellow psychics Alphonse de Belcourt, Alma Salvador, Madame Wang, Ard Hashir, and Jesselyn Smith to help him. As their journey would take several weeks, Conrad decided to meet with the young journalist Nathan Crowley. He claimed to have heard the voices of the dead since the stabbing, which led him to being committed to a mental institution. Conrad was the only one left who believed the young Irishman and used his influence to free Crowley from the institution. He detected psychic talents within Nathan and wanted to take him under his wing to help him conduct the investigation of this troubling series of murders. So I'm assuming that's who I'm playing as, Nathan, because it said I was a young protege or something like that. Alright, you're new to this, but you're going to be just fine, so don't worry. Just trust your gut, don't be afraid of anything that might happen. It's not that I'm afraid, sir. Few things could scare me after the short time I spent in the asylum. I'm quite happy to know I'm not crazy, but I still don't understand how this works. Let's see, we will attempt to come into contact with the ghost of the deceased Mr. Reimer. We'll see where that leads us. Nothing special, really. You have a vision! Let's crack this case. Our goal is to help the ghost find his killer by guessing the correct suspect, location, and weapon. Ooh, like Clue! But more psychic. This is your icon, okay? The ghost will send you vision cards to vaguely hint at who the killer is. Select the small vision card to see a bigger version on the left. This is the list of suspects. Select the suspect to see a bigger version of the card. Note that each psychic has their own suspect. The ghost's memory is unclear, so you need to help them narrow down the list of suspects first. This vision card has a blade on it. Maybe the ghost is hinting at something connected to knives or razors. Find a suspect who relates to the image. When you are ready, hit the choose button under the suspect. This guy has scissors and stuff, so probably him? You have only 2 minutes to make your choice after the ghost gives the vision cards to all psychics. Use your time wisely. All psychics made a choice. Are you ready to proceed? You won't be able to change your choice. Yes. These are the results of all psychics' guesses. Icons on the green track represent psychics who have guessed correctly and move to the next section. Icons on the red track represent psychics who have guessed wrong and will need to guess again. Cool. 6 hours left. Great guess, my friend. Now guess the location where the murder took place. You have a vision. If you want to see a very small detail on the card, hold on top of its big version. Oh. Magnifying glass. It is a gargoyle. Okay. Little dragon guy down there. Kitty. It doesn't seem to be ticking the clock. I do it on this side too. Oh. Oh no, it is ticking down. Okay. Well, I'm thinking it's probably this one. I like the little symbol. Nope, I guessed incorrectly. Okay. Are we gonna get an explanation of why I was wrong? No. No, we're not. Okay. You have a vision. Elephant. Whale. I mean, this one has elephants. Holding the world on its back. Turtles all the way down, right? I'm gonna say it's this one. Okay, so this time I guessed right. I did say it was between those two. See, I'm gonna be bad at this game because I am too detail-oriented, and so I'm gonna see patterns where patterns are not meant to exist. Like, the previous, I was looking at something that had gargoyles and a little, like, winged thing icon on the pillar, and I was like, oh, that resembles the winged things that are in this, like, gothic church place. And they're like, no, elephant equals elephant. Alright. Guess the murder weapon. Okay. Running away from a sword. That looks like an injection. Barbell. Iron. Well, swords are sharp. So I'm gonna guess that. Was I right? I disappeared. Suspect lineup. Now that you have narrowed down the list of possibilities with your fellow psychics, it's time to find the circumstances of the murder that took place, okay? One of these combinations tell the true story of the murderer. Okay. The ghost gives you 3 hints. Each card represents a suspect, a location, or a weapon. Choose wisely. You have only 1 try to guess correctly. Select the culprit that you think is right, and use the choose button. The vote is secret. You'll not be able to use chat during this phase. This is a very strange game. Well, I'm gonna choose this, because this is what I chose, so that's what I think is right. Colored orbs represent the vote of the psychics. Yeah, I was just like, okay, well, it told me these were correct, so I'm gonna be like ignoring this and just being like, they told me that was correct. I don't understand this phase. Use the close case button to return to the mission select screen. Maybe it'll make more sense out of tutorial? Nathan Crowley's Journal, September 1921. That was quite the disturbing night. With Mr. McDowell, we established a link with the spirit of the deceased Mr. Reimer. The murder of this local nobleman had remained unsolved by the police, but we were able to discover the culprit thanks to the spirit. It was town barber, Mr. Boyd. Like the others, he has no memory of the night of the crime. Perhaps we can solve this mystery by questioning the spirits of other victims. Okay. September 1921. Today, Mr. McDowell and I went to the train station to meet Mr. Alphonse de Belcourt. 2 are longtime friends, and his help will be invaluable in solving the case. Mr. de Belcourt is a famous numerologist and French aristocrat whose fame extends beyond borders. The death of his brother during the Great War devastated him, which led him to seek comfort in his mathematics research. He discovered that numbers have remarkable properties for those who can decipher them. His abilities and presence are impressive. I look forward to seeing his mastery of numbers in action during the next seance. So he's like a numerology guy, I guess. Conrad maintains that you are a promising psychic. Tonight we will continue your training. It's a great honor to work with you both. Glad you realize how lucky you are. Without further ado, let's begin. You have a vision. This case is quite difficult. To help the ghost, you must earn clairvoyancy points. The more clairvoyancy points you have, the more vision cards you will get in the last phase of the case. You will earn clairvoyancy points by finishing the case quickly or by voting on other players' votes. This exclamation icon means the psychic has chosen their card. Select their icon to see their choice in their vision cards. Drag the green token to the psychic's icon if you agree with their choice, or the red one if you don't. When you guess right, you get 1 clairvoyancy point. I guess because of Belle, so... How do I... Okay. I mean, could be. It used this one last time for the barber. Don't forget to choose your own suspect before the turn ends. Select your icon to select the suspect. Okay, yeah, but hold on. I wanna... I think he's right, too. Machine. There's someone moving. Water. Little spider things. Maybe the watchmaker? Cool, we were all correct, apparently. Clairvoyancy points you earn, the more vision cards you will get in the last phase of the game. All clairvoyancy tokens replenish at the start of turn 4. Have a vision. Great, we've got a car thing, and we've got a broom with a kite and a storm. Lots of water imagery. Lots of water imagery. Which makes me think the pool. I'm just gonna look at these other things. I'm gonna say the pool. Well, they guessed incorrectly. I guess maybe I should have looked at their things to bet on them. A hat, a fork, a knife, and a spoon, and what looks like a flag? And a bug. For whatever reason, zooming in does not appear to be working. You can murder someone with a fork? That's horrible. I could see how that could be right. I could also see how that could be right. So I'm just gonna choose... Clairvoyancy. Make sure to vote with your clairvoyancy tokens to increase your chances of winning the game. Oh. Okay. So I can try to say, like, if I think people are wrong or right. My clairvoyancy tokens are refilled, so I can choose... lanterns, but there is this sort of swirly in there, so I think that could be right. And then this, well, it's a gigantic coat, and maybe you would iron a fabric, so I could see how that could be right too. Cool. This game is really weird. Suspect lineup. Have a vision. Okay. Lots of bicycles. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. But it is maybe a body of water, again. Bicycles. What do bicycles have to do with anything? You're supposed to have like 8 cards. Why do I only have 4? You have a maximum of 4? Maybe bicycles are like watches? Because they turn? Maybe? I mean, this was my guess. Doesn't have anything to do with forks, though, but... see, this has ropes. This one has a lot of ropes. Traps. And music. Could this have anything to do with music? Looks like he's a chimney sweep on a bicycle. Also having what looks like rope around his arm. Balloon. Bicycles. I guess this one. I was right. Okay. How wrong I was, thinking Mr. de Bellecourt was cold and arrogant man. He is flawlessly focused and of remarkable intelligence. Thanks to his psychic gifts, we solved the case. It was Mr. Millen, the bagpipe player, who murdered that poor stranger as he walked through the woods near the town. I still can't believe this sort of thing is happening here. Combining our efforts has at least allowed the victim's soul to rest in peace. We're gonna die another time. Mrs. Alma Salvador arrived from Spain today. What an interesting woman. She told me her story. Orphaned as a child, she was brought up in the convent. She realized her psychic gift at 8 years old when she found a pendulum left behind by a visitor. She used the gift to find the families of other orphans until the nuns learned of her activities and expelled her for witchcraft. She can find the soul of any human being. She told me something strange, said my soul seems different from others. The mysterious power seems to come from me. She must tell me more during our next seance. Tonight's case is very difficult. I already tried to find the ghost. The victim was a sailor from Finland. We need someone who can channel the spirit to strengthen his presence, but none of us has the talent to do so. You're wrong, my dear comrade. I feel that Nathan has a very strong connection to the hereafter. I suppose his near-death experience must have affected him. From the moment I arrived, I felt a strange aura around him. Wait, what are you talking about? Am I missing something? You want me to get possessed by that ghost of the sailor? No one can make you do this, Nathan. However, if we want to find the killer, we don't really have a choice. Madame Salvador, is this true? Unfortunately, yes, my dear Nathan. I see. I'll do it. Close your eyes and listen to my voice. When you wake up, you will be on the other side. Don't fret, my dear boy. I will guide you. You will not hear us talking. You will hear us talking, but you will not be able to speak yourself. The land of the dead is the land of silence. You are now playing as the ghost. The psychic's correct suspect is highlighted with red flames. These are the vision cards you have. Try to describe the suspect with the vision cards you have. Drag the suitable visions to the character card. Interesting! Okay, so now I'm the ghost. Looks like it's a military dude, so yeah, canon seems appropriate. Send the vision cards to the psychic by using the send button. Notice that you received new vision cards and place the ones you sent. Help the psychics guess the suspect. Select the psychic's icon to see their suspect. Maybe this one, because it has fruit? I don't know. None of these seem like very good options. A doctor. Okay. I guess this one, because it has needles. Oh, and now people are guessing. Yay, I helped them. This one has feathers, so I think that's the best option for the bird place. This one has a book. Like a kitchen. Well, none of these are great. This is a lot of, like, intuiting, non-literal... But it's kind of interesting for that reason. Oh no, 2 of them guessed wrong. The one I thought sucked got it right. Okay. Yeah, I guess you can look at the other cards they have and try to make sure it doesn't match with the other ones? I don't know. You could also try to be like, the feel of it, like the colors and stuff. This one has a big chair. And, they already picked the other one with the chair, so... Maybe like that? You're still trying to guess the angel thing. I gave you the one with the big book. Here you go. Here's an entire stack of books, dummy. I don't know what one he'd guess instead. You make a joke about M being mid, but Mist is here and no better. Okay, and this one's trying to guess the weapon, which is a frickin' stool. These are all terrible. Do I just, like, ditch a junk one? I don't know what the heck this one's supposed to be, so I'm gonna do that one and just get rid of it. Oh, you mean mid as in middle quality. Yeah, Mist was pretty good. Okay. As the slang has developed, indeed. Okay, this one's a gun. Alright. So, Super Base, this game, I'm having to rely on, like, my intuitive powers and, like, pattern recognition to try to do these random vision things to get people to guess the right thing. I feel like the closest thing is the targets, because you shoot guns at targets. So there you go. Enjoy. Rope. You appreciate they somehow made an emotion reading game worse than Oblivion's. I've never played Oblivion's. I mean, I don't think this is bad. I think it's just a little outside my wheelhouse. I think we're gonna say this one. Because it's kind of got the rope in between all of them, and before, like a previous round, this meant rope. Okay, trying to get... Okay, how about this enormous chair? Maybe this will help. Enormous chair. There you go. Earlier I was doing the guessing, but now I'm doing the clue giving, and that's like even harder. But it looks like they all guessed correctly. Okay, suspect lineup. This is the culprit of the murder that happened. Help the psychics guess by dragging the visions to the appropriate cards. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get them to guess gun from any of these. So, Oblivion. You persuade NPCs. You'll be shown a wheel with 4 options. I can't even bother to remember all 4, but I believe both Joke and 2 others are on there. You have to use all 4. The NPC will love one, like one, dislike one, and hate one. Continued as I parse that. So you have to take certain styles in order to convince them of things. Okay, I think I understand that. During this, there's also what we jokingly call a cheese wheel in the center. One side has a 1 slice, second has 2 slices, 3 slices, and so on. Okay. This might be closest to gun, because the way he's holding the fishing pole could maybe be a gun. I don't know, man. None of these look like gun. Soldier. Who looks like soldier? Oh, if I submit, then I get my next card. So I'm gonna do that. Oh! I don't get my next card. I have to use from these 3. Ooh, that's even more difficult. Alright. This rotates as you make choices, and the more slices on a side is a multiplier. You have to basically say the most liked things with more slices and the most hated things with less slices. Okay. I'm gonna say this one is this one, just by vibes. I have no, like, there's no one-to-one, but just vibes. And then this one... Soldier. I don't know. That's what we're doing. Hey, Hollow One. It's one of those, it sounds like it would be more helpful with visuals, but as thousands will attest, it really isn't. Yay, I somehow made people guess correctly! Probably because this is a really long tutorial. Story mode seems to be tutorial. September 1921. Mr. Salvatore brought me back to the world of the living, and I couldn't remember anything. It was Mr. Bechdel who told me what happened. Mr. Marple, the police inspector who saved me after my attack, turned out to be the culprit. He shot the poor Finnish sailor 3 times. Once again, the murderer couldn't remember a thing. Just like me after all that seance. All I can remember are fleeting sensations, coldness, fear. I hope I'll never have to relive that experience. How many more are there? Oh. Several. Okay. Only reason you know how to do it, someone lifted the system for a fan game and gave the NPCs actual emotion, and also added more depth. Oh. I'm doing okay, Hollow One. How are you? October 1921. After the last seance, I spent a week in bed, exhausted. Mr. McDowell and his friends have been very considerate towards me, and here I am, back on my feet, just in time to welcome another psychic, known as Ardhashir, hailing from the Ottoman Empire. His talent for divination is multiplied by the talisman Amajlige, a powerful artifact which has been in his family for centuries. He has visited numerous countries and met with leaders from all around the world. I must admit to feeling humbled by him. Glad you're well. I have bad news, Nathan. The victim is again one of foreign origin and is too weak to communicate. We're going to need you again. In Oblivion, the only way you can tell what is the NPs will make facial expressions as you hover the choices. Oh my god. This seems fine at first, but then you realize this game has beast races. Yeah, I'm gonna need, like, really obvious facial expressions to be able to play that. Good luck reading the facial expressions of a cat. Yeah. You must be joking, right? I just recovered from the previous seance. I would never joke about such things. There are no matters more serious than matters of the dead. Alright, I've done it before, I can do it again. Let's get this over with as quickly as possible. Cool, so I am being the ghost again. So I need to give clues. This looks like a lady who is a merchant? What if I want to do a different one first, so that I can, Okay, this is a military guy. That's easy. So we'll give him the cannon. Yep. Oh, whoops. I have to drag it over to him. There we go. Give him the cannon, and then I'll get a new one, which could maybe be more appropriate. Oh, postman! Postman, okay. Okay, maybe birds, like carrier pigeons? Perhaps? I'm also gonna see what this one is. The Nun Lady. Nun Lady can have the heavenly organ. Yes. You're gonna have carrier pigeons. What the hell is this? I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Okay. I don't know why, but that feels right. Yeah. I think sometimes the cards in your deck are just crap, and you have to, like, give people crap. Well, that would have been great to know earlier. Sometimes vision cards do not match, and you'll want new ones. Crows can help you get rid of vision cards you don't like. Select the crow icon. Pick the cards you want to exchange. How about this one? Because what the heck even is that? Convenient tutorial timing, yeah. Crows are rare commodities. Use them wisely. Okay. Alright. So he's still trying to guess the merchant, which I do not blame you. You're still trying to guess the postman. Here you go. Here's a letter. You want to guess the lab. It's kind of industrial. This one has fruit in it, so you also have food in yours. So that's my logic. This one is totally this one. Just vibes. Okay, so lab guy didn't like my industriousness. But none of these are really screaming lab to me. And considering one of them is a bathtub, he'll definitely guess that one wrong. So, okay. Let's go back here. So you are trying to guess the kitchen. That's bad too. Okay. What are you trying to guess? You're trying to guess a box. The murder weapon was a box. Legit, probably that. You're trying to guess a shed. Well, I kind of feel like this looks like a shed. Like, this could be the inside of there. These cards need flavor text. So I think I'm gonna give this one to her. Dude. And here we thought magic packs had too many unplayable cards. Like, legitimately? Just give me new stuff. Okay. You dub the Crotato? I mean, I feel like I'm not helped much. Any of these things seem like box? Here, you get this, because I hate it. I'm just gonna start assigning stuff. Box. I haven't seen that one yet. That's kind of cool. Box. The primary shape is a square. But do all these squares make a circle? these squares make a circle. I mean, eventually they're gonna get it from process of elimination. You're done. You need a gun. Okay. Here are people walking with guns. Good luck. You need... Ooh, poison, okay. Scorpions are poisonous. Good luck. Kind of feel like they're on purpose giving me ones that don't match. In order to be like, use your crow! But I want to use my crow in the last one, so... The color palette's similar. Good luck! Okay, he has guessed literally everything except for the right answer, so he's gonna get the right answer no matter what I give him. He could still get it wrong, so let me prioritize him. How do I get him to guess poison over statue? Sometimes it might be about, like, not, you know, leaning him toward not the thing. Not the wrong thing. You know what? Liquid, liquid. Let's do it. Oh my god, some plates, finally. I mean... Actually, maybe I should save this because he literally cannot guess wrong. And what if the true culprit ends up being in the kitchen? Like a list in the sky, I can go twice as high. Characters that are guessing are NPCs. Once you get through story mode, you can apparently play online with other people. My dude needs to guess the statue. Here are some gargoyles. Good luck. I wonder if I can use the token things as the ghost. A winner is you? Almost. Now I have to identify the real culprit. Okay. So I need to convey none in a lab, which is great because I've been doing terrible at conveying the lab, and poison. Poison mushrooms. Let's do it. The lab. Well, none of these really say none, but we're gonna hope that they can figure it out. Church bell. We'll try that. Oh, I might not have chosen church bell if I remembered that that lady was there. Yay, they all guessed right. Hooray. You can click the cards to really zoom in. It's true. This is very unusual. Nathan should not be able to summon the crows. Crows only help the dead. I also thought it was peculiar. I have a theory. Step away from Nathan. I'll use my talisman to verify something. You will not want to hear this when he wakes up. How should I put this mildly? Well, Nathan is dead. Who could have believed Sister Susan had poisoned the victim? That was the startling discovery made during last seance, but that's not all. Arad Hashir used the talisman on me. According to him, without a doubt, I crossed over to the world of the dead when the waitress stabbed me. I came back to life without anybody being able to explain why. Arad Hashir witnessed this phenomenon before while traveling through Africa. Some shamans are capable of crossing over to the world of the living solely to finish their mission. Does that mean I will die at the end of this investigation? I want to run far away, but I overcome the impulse. So long as I am still here for a specific purpose, I shall complete my mission. I have now completed the introduction cases of Mysterium. I am fully equipped to play multiplayer games. Check the How to Play section in the main menu for help. Congratulations for completing the tutorial. As a reward, a unique card has been added to your deck. Finish the whole story mode to unlock another card. Alright, so I completed the tutorial. There is more story to be done, but I don't care. This Maybe this game is more fun with other people. I don't know. This is just... This is not my jam, I think. I like to do things with logic, and I feel like this is very much not logic and tapping into, like... I don't know. It's probably good to flex those muscles, like symbolism and stuff like that. And like I'm decent at pattern recognition, but I don't know. Maybe I'm too literal for games like this. It's possible. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this one. Gonna run an ad, and then I'm gonna swap over to the last game. If you want to pull teeth, you would have met to med school. Don't you mean dental school? But yeah, I could see that maybe this game would be more fun with other people. Oh, by the way, I played Love Letter with someone in real life. And it is more fun in person with other people. So this, I think, might be another game that's kind of similar, where if you are with people that you know and personalities, and like you try to imagine what the person would, because you're trying to like, it's how well you know people, and you're not getting that from communicating with NPCs. So maybe the online mode is more fun, but I think I'm ready to just swap over to the other game. It shows how invested I am. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this one, and we're gonna swap over to the last M game, Mystic Vale. So I will be back in like 5 minutes, probably.